Hello folks, Revolver Guy, Perfectly Poor People. Today I'm just going to do a little video on some of my preps and what I do and how I store it. I've been talking about lately, and a lot of other channels have been talking about how important it is right now to store as much food as you can, even for nothing else, in the fact that the flooding in the Midwest and the possible food shortage that's coming is going to do nothing but make the price of food rise. And as that happens, it'll get harder and harder to feed your family if you're on any kind of a budget, as most of us are. So I thought I'd just do a short video today to kind of show you what I do and what I have and what I have here. About every month or so or every couple of weeks. It just depends when I can. I try to get to Sam's. Sam's is about an hour from me or a little more, so I don't go there all the time. But if I can get over there, I try to get there and buy some stuff in bulk. Staples mostly. I usually buy beans and pasta, rice, oatmeal, flour, things like that. Flour is one of them things I want to talk about real quick. I store flour in Mylar bags, but what's really important to know is that if you don't use it a lot, if you can't rotate your flour out, flour is not a real good thing to store. It doesn't last near as long as some of the other staples I mentioned. Rice and beans and pasta can last for years. I mean, I'm talking 15, 20, maybe 25 years in storage. Well, flour doesn't really do that well. I mean, I have had some that's 5 years old, and it was still okay. It was fine to eat, but I try not to let it get that old. We make a lot of bread and a lot of our own stuff here, so I do rotate my flour. I'll buy a bag just every so often. I'll buy a 25-pound bag about every other month, I guess. It just depends. We go through a lot of flour here at home. We use about 10 pounds a month, I guess, maybe 15. So we go through enough in a year to where I do have a good solid year stored up, and then I buy it as I use it. And I'm probably gonna store a little more. Matter of fact, I bought a bag, didn't really even need it. My goal now is to get food stored for 2 years, and I finally reached this 1 year goal here not long ago, and I'm real happy about that. It's hard. It takes a lot of effort, and but one thing about it is just do a little at a time. You don't do it all at once, and that's what I do. Just went to Sam's the other day. I think I spent about $40, $45, something like that. And I'm gonna show you what I got as far as staples, and I got a couple other things too. I've got food stored in my home, and I've got food stored out here in my building. Plus, I have my garden, and I store my vegetables in a different area. And I have my chickens with eggs, and of course, I usually raise a couple of hogs every year, and I've just got into raising some rabbits. Right now, I just have one male and female, and as soon as they're old enough to breed, I'll put them together and let them breed, and hopefully I'll be able to do that. My goal is to have about 4 or 5 females, and then I'll pretty much just give the baby rabbits away for now, and I'm not really worried about selling them. The main thing is if I ever need them, I'll have them, and that'll be a good meat source in a shtf situation. So anyway, let me show you a little bit about what I got right here. I just want to kind of show you how I set everything up. It's forgive me for the shakiness of the camera here. I'm gonna try to get this just to show you a little bit about this room in here that I have. Right here I have all these shelves set up, and as you can see, I keep all my Mylar bags in totes, in these plastic totes like you get at Walmart. Each tote will hold pretty close to 100 pounds of product. So I've probably got I've got 18 totes here full. So I've got about 1,800 pounds of beans and rice and different things here in this building here. This is, as you can see, I've run out of room in the house. That's why I built this room in my garage, and I've already started putting stuff out here. I've got some ramen noodles, and I've got canned milk and lots of peanut butter and different things like that. And I just try to keep as much storage as I can. Like I say, I've got pretty much close to a year now, so I'm going to keep going. As much room as I have, I'm going to build another shelf on another wall in here, and we'll see how much more I can go. I at least can store 18 months, hopefully, by the time I get done. This is the stuff I bought right here at Sam's. And like I say, I probably spent about $40, $45. I've got 24 pounds of pinto beans there, a 25-pound bag of bread flour. I've got a 25-pound bag of rice, and a 10-pound box of oatmeal, along with a 6-pound box of macaroni, elbow pasta. So, just thought I'd show you that. You kind of get an idea of what I have in here. I do keep a window unit on, as you can probably hear it sometimes when I'm in my videos. It doesn't get real hot here in the mountains of North Carolina. You're probably talking about, 80 degrees for us would be a pretty warm day, really. So, but the main thing I try to keep out of here is humidity. And I keep everything in these totes, because you want to store all your food in a cool, dark, dry place. So, and this meets all that criteria. So I fully expect most of this to last, and what is in my home, I fully expect it to last several years. So I really won't be losing anything, and I do rotate some of it, and I have a lot of canned goods, and of course I can a lot of my own vegetables now, and I've gone through most of my store-bought canned goods that I have. I have a little bit left, but I store my own. In my experience, the things I can for my garden, my green beans, tomatoes, things like that, corn, it'll last for, I've opened it up 3 and 4 years later, and it's still good, still tasted good. So if you take care of it and you do it right, then your food will last you a good long while. My garden's doing great. I tell you, it's rained all most of the day today. We've gotten probably 5 or 6 inches of rain over the last 4 days now. A little more than I need, but I'm thankful for it because it's been so dry. So I'm not going to complain about that. It's going to rain again probably tomorrow and Monday, and then we should see the sun come out on Tuesday, and that garden it'll just spring up then. So, well, thank you for watching. If you don't care, like and subscribe. Give me a comment. Tell me what you think. Give me some of your ideas. I just wanted to go over that today and give you an idea of what all you need to do. It's important that we try to do a little bit every day if we can. And I'll try to get into some medical and cleaning and sanitizing supplies here on my next video. Like I said, thank you very much. And remember, all gun laws are unconstitutional.